Wise Teachings, according to K.O. Han.
I heard reports that a Devil Joe was on the deserted island. Being the arrogant hunter I was back then, I decided to take it on. When I arrived, I saw what I had gotten myself into. This Devil Joe was absolutely enormous, even bigger than the one from World Eater. Without hesitation, it slammed me straight into a rock. Seeing it charge at me again, I flinched and tried to block with my sword. I heard the sound of shattering steel, and looked down at what used to be my Gen Kodachi. Seeing the Devil Joe prepare to blast me with its dragon breath, I closed my eyes and waited for it all to end. Nothing happened. I opened my eyes to see a glorious figure with a hammer wedged down the Devil Joe's throat. Unable to release its breath, the Devil Joe began to swell up and then exploded. Devil Joe gems rained down everywhere. I managed to get back onto my feet, and I turned and saw that the man had left. But I had managed to catch a glimpse of a figure leaping over the distance yelling, "K.O. Han, away!"
Wunderbar! Yeah!
I have a question for you.
Is it something funny? Because then you should ask it on a podcast, not while we are equipping.
Okay, it is something funny.
Okay, then hold back. Write it down.
It's in my brain.
No, it's not. You think it's in your brain, but in reality it's in the ether.
I could, this may seem like a strange desire, but just once it'd be nice if I could be knocked unconscious. It's never happened before.
Oh yeah, you should. It doesn't. I don't know if it happened to me before, but it's actually something that we. I don't know. I think we once had like a school trip, and one of the classes had this as part of the biology class.
They would knock you unconscious?
Yeah, by something. It's a cool trick with solar plexus or something. Like.
Oh yeah. My brother was talking about that once. Ooh, cool weapon. Turn around.
I blacked out once when I was in middle school.
Uh-huh.
It was really weird.
So, how is it?
1 second you're conscious, and then the next you're like on the ground. You're like, how did I get here?
Yeah, exactly. that's what everybody said. It's like you just don't because you only notice it afterwards, after the fact.
Yeah, it's really weird. And then all the people around me were like, "Whoa, what happened?" I'm like, I don't know.
Everybody just explain something. What's happening?
Yeah, I guess you would exhale all the way, and then you need to have someone else
help
you press down on your chest.
Yeah.
And then you pass out, and hopefully they catch you and don't let you hit the back of your head and die.
Oh, no.
That would be bad. But the reason I mentioned that is because you said something about ether, and ether is something that would do that. It would knock you out.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. They used to use it in the United States all the time. Spray some ether on your face.
Why?
On a rag, and then give it to you. It would just cause you to fall unconscious, and so they'd use it as an anesthetic before we had more advanced anesthetics. The reason I might have died is because I've got demonic protection. That might explain it.
I think the reason why you died is because you're just not that good in this game anymore.
Oh no.
That's probably part of it.
Because you moved to a different game, to Freedom Unite. No, wait, not Freedom Unite. Frontier.
No, sorry, Frontier?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it probably didn't help that I was using adrenaline, and I'm not used to using adrenaline. But, no, Frontier is an interesting game. You are used to there being 4 players all the time using a large variety of paralysis weapons, and so it is a bit easier. It's feast or famine in that game. You're either all there jamming pointy objects into something's anus, or you're just barely surviving.
It's so funny. Oh man, Monster Hunter is clearly a Japanese game.
You gotta get those
so many
objects up the anus. You gotta get it up there.
Do you know this thing with the Japanese children and putting their fingers up somebody's butt?
Ah, yeah. What do they call that? They got a name for it, like Gacho, 1,000 Years of Pain.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, apparently, like, it doesn't matter who you are. Like, you are fair game to a Japanese school child.
Exactly. To put
they
finger
will get
up
their fingers up your butt. They will get it. It will happen.
God.
It's not like winning the lottery. Like, will it happen? I don't know. No.
And we're back and on this quest.
No. The viewers need to know. You walk down the halls of a Japanese high school.
Okay.
Sorry. Well, maybe high school. Elementary school. Someone's sticking their finger up your butt.
Not
So,
not
Christian,
necessarily.
I got another question for you.
Yes, please.
The
Oh God, please.
there's like a guild lady in the guild hall, of course, because that's where the guild ladies hang out.
Yes.
I think she's Bavarian. She's got really big earlobes.
Oh yeah.
Does that turn you on?
Earlobes?
Really big ones.
Okay, well, this is maybe a very personal thing to ask. I don't know if we want to go there, but I really like nibbling on earlobes.
What?
Oh man, do I have the lady for you? I mean, look at your hand, all right? You see that big fleshy part of your palm?
Uh-huh.
Like, those are the size of her earlobes.
Wow, that's a lot of thing to nibble. Maybe that's a
It's
little...
like, that's not something to nibble on, man. That's something like you take a bite out of that.
Why am I fighting against those Gia prey here? That doesn't make sense.
What's going on, bro?
Why are you?
I don't know. I was just distracted by the earlobe discussion here.
Excited by the earlobe discussion.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't met a lady from Bavaria yet, I think. And people always confuse, Bavaria is a very small part. Well, it's not a small part, but it's just one part of Germany. Not everybody in Bavaria is wearing this kind of stuff. Germany is wearing this kind of stuff.
Do they are they known for their large earlobes? What?
If by earlobes you mean other things.
No, I really no. I mean,
You mean
earlobes.
actual
man.
earlobes?
No, I mean literal, like those things on the sides of your head, man.
No, the earlobes are not a specific thing for Bavaria, I must admit. It's more generally the clothing in Bavaria, and it's more like this traditional kind of stuff. So it's called a dirndl.
What?
It's very difficult to pronounce from a not German guy, I guess. It's a dirndl.
That is intense, man.
It's very intense.
Whoa.
I actually haven't pronounced it properly either. But it's generally like the Oktoberfest. So it's basically I don't know why, but in October they make like these huge tents. And with tent, I don't mean like 3 people can sleep in here, but like this huge building that is made out of fabric, right?
And they hang out and drink a bunch of beer.
Yeah, and they put these seats inside, like how do we call it? A bench and tables inside, and then they get everybody inside drunk with beer, and that's what Oktoberfest is.
Ooh.
And then the girls who are serving the beer wear this traditional clothes, which is the dirndl. And the guys, all wear the leather pants.
You've got a pair of leather pants.
No,
There's no doubt about it.
No, I don't, because I live in Cologne, which is totally the opposite of Bavaria.
You've never owned a pair of leather pants?
No, I don't think so. No.
You ever try on a pair of leather pants?
No. But the Cologne has something very different, which is the Cologne Carnival, which is a different way of getting everybody involved drunk.
That's what separates one German village from another?
Yeah, on the different ways on how we get everybody drunk on certain dates.
And some cities or towns think they're all superior to the other based on...
of course, yeah. That's a huge discussion and huge point of contention against the different cities in Germany on what's the best way of getting everybody drunk and what's the best way of celebrating. The cool thing is that usually the different cities in Germany try to get people drunk on different dates. So if you really want to get drunk very often, you can just do some hopping between the cities and get drunk very often.
So it's like you could have a non-stop drunk going on down there?
Yeah.
Or up there?
Yeah, you can. There are lots of opportunities everywhere. I mean, to be honest, if you look at any kind of society nowadays, even American society, there are also lots of ways to get drunk or eat a lot.
Well, I mean, certainly, the United States eating a lot. I mean, that's almost become the norm.
Yeah.
Like, is that concept of finishing or like clearing your plate in Germany, is that there? Do you guys do that?
Clear a plate?
Yeah, like eat everything on your plate.
Yeah, sure. And then have seconds.
I don't think it's healthy.
Would you think you should leave something?
I guess it depends how much you put on your plate in the first place.
Yeah. See, I heard that there are certain societies, certain cultures, where even leaving something on the plate is a courtesy.
Right.
Because it means that you can't eat anymore, that you are full. And if you eat up everything, then they feel bad because they weren't able to stuff you.
That is a better way to think of it, isn't it?
There are two ways of thinking it. The other way would be, if you leave something, then you didn't like it.
It wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
It wasn't so immensely good that you would just jam it down your gaping maw.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I think people should eat as much as they want.
That was a very easy monster. We should do another. So recently I finished Catherine.
Oh, man, that took you a long time, bro.
Well, I finished all of the endings in Catherine.
Oh,
and
never mind.
I decided not to do the Babel challenges because I found it way too difficult. Hard stuff,
because you could do something, minute 2, and it could screw you over at minute 5. What do you think about Erica?
I love Erica.
Isn't that kind of like an interesting character for a story?
I know. I think they should have. I think this game would have deserved more Erica. I think
there were people saying that she should have been a third option.
Yeah, totally, man. Or at least they should show more of the relationship, because this is so weird. I mean, this guy and he's like a virgin and stuff like that, and then his first time is with another guy, and it's like it was kind of weird.
It was nice, but something seemed a little off about it. Yeah, is it confirmed whether Erica is pre-op or post-op? Did they get into that?
I think she's post-op because she disappeared at the end after school or something, and then she returned afterwards. So it kind of indicates that there was a transition going on,
like a surgery transition.
By the way, she also has boobs. I mean.
Well, they can give you hormones and you can grow boobs.
Well, not that kind of big boobs. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has implants.
Well, so, that's even... But you can still have implants without having anything else.
Well, that's already a surgical thing, and then if you do that, then you can do another thing as well. Let's come back to something that we can discuss in a podcast. How about
we can discuss this, man. There was a dude who had a bet that he was a major gambler, that he would not get breast implants and keep them for like a year, and he won $50,000 for like getting breast implants, and he ended up just keeping them.
Wow!
Just got boobs. Were you there for that, Axel, when we watched that?
Is it possible to get like aroused by your own breasts?
A fat person would know.
No, that's not really breasts.
I don't know. Maybe if you're a narcissist.
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, because every time I go to the gym, I always see those guys who like flex in front of the mirror, and I'm pretty sure they like what they see.
Do you like what you see?
Sometimes.
You're on the way home from the store, getting yourself some tasty cologne beer.
Hey, I
Went by the gym, pick up some beefcake.
there's something cool about looking, all beefed up.
Oh yeah. No, there's nothing wrong with being in good shape or abnormally good shape, as it were.
Yeah, and super intelligent and also very funny and stuff like that. Like we all are.
Yeah. Really. We're on the Monster Hunter podcast.
Yeah.
Look, we killed it.
No,
What we
he's
killed?
dead.
We
won.
We killed already what we wanted to kill.
We win.
Nexella, how about you throw us a question right in our direction? So this podcast isn't quite as self-indulgent as it was already.
Okay. There's actually a really good question.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
After some serious Royal Ludroth bashing the other day, I felt the urge to watch a Godzilla film.
Yes.
It occurred to me, how cool would it be to go toe-to-toe with and forge equipment from monsters directly based on Godzilla?
See, you think that. I actually made research into Godzilla.
Okay.
And there is actually a huge difference between the different Godzilla movies in the size of Godzilla.
Yeah, I believe that.
And Godzilla is... but no matter what movie you take, Godzilla is just insanely huge. He's just amazing. It's bigger than his feet are skyscrapers. That's how big he is. So he actually doesn't compare at all to the monsters you fight on Monster Hunter.
Wouldn't you want to kill him? Fight him?
What if?
Would be
Chris,
great. Yes.
Let's take this to another level. Not Godzilla, Godzuki.
That's something different.
Godzuki's small enough. You can kill him and make a suit out of him.
Probably. You could also kill King Kong.
Oh yeah, you could.
He's dead.
King Kong died?
Well, he died. There was this one part of King Kong where he got an artificial heart.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. And then you could carve it.
Yeah, and you could make adrenaline armor out of it.
Oh man, this would be so sweet. Like artificial adrenaline.
What if you could hunt Godzilla and then you made a heavy bowgun and it shot out atomic lasers?
Oh man.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Oh, and then you reload the crystals inside from his back.
Oh yeah. Or like you make a set out of Rodan and lets you fly.
See, I would probably make a set of Mothra.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mothra is the coolest monster because it seems like so inconspicuous. Like what, a giant moth, and yet it's so awesome. And he flies and has like this spore attack or like this magic powder.
He eats your sweaters, and you're like, oh god, Mothra, come on!
Godzilla sweaters.
That was my favorite sweater, and there's a big hole in the armpit. God, Mothra, not again.
Exactly, you see my point.
Sure.
He eats a hole in sopa.
God, I really liked that sopa.
But now it has a hole in it.
Oh god.
What is going
Gipsaros
on?
Is teleporting everywhere.
What is happening to this Gipsaros?
Were he teleporting?
He's teleporting on my screen.
He's right in front of us.
Well, he is now, but earlier he was teleporting.
Alright, I think we answered this question perfectly, so how about another one?
Okay. Have you ever created your own monsters for fun?
For fun?
For fun?
Or for profit?
I like the way you think, Shepard.
I mean, who do you think came up with Devil Joe? Independent consultant for Capcom.
Seriously.
You are the monster.
I know I'm the monster. That's what I wanted to say, but I didn't know how to say it.
Shepard did actually all the voice recording for Devil Joe. And also his lens was actually also like a model.
Model for Skypiercer.
Yes.
So, wow, Shepard.
You're well equipped.
Yeah, you could lead the flock whenever you want, man. Just pull out that cane, that crook, that shepherd's crook, wrap it around my neck and pull me wherever you need me.
Yes. All right, so how about a third question to round things up?
Okie dokie. What do you guys hope the new Wii U could do for Monster Hunter? I'm hoping for some sweet local multiplayer action.
Ooh.
Local multiplayer action?
Yeah. No, I can see that.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, my bet's with that guy. That's sweet.
That's
hey, like
good.
everyone. Let me see here.
Like, try G is the 3DS is supposed to have interactivity with the,
Okay, so this is not out of the question because there was a game for the Wii, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicle Rings of Fate.
Oh,
no,
what?
that was...
No. Hear me out.
Yeah, hear
Rings
you
of Fate, it was like kind of an HD upscaled version of the DS version that was compatible with other DSs. And so other people could have their 3DSs with Monster Hunter Tri-G or Monster Hunter 4 and be able to play with an HD version on the TV at the same time.
Isn't that what the HD version of Monster Hunter 3rd is?
Sure, same thing. Almost the exact same concept. Just about the exact same concept.
Okay.
So it's been done before on the. I used the Wii version because that, if it could be done in the Wii, it could be done in the Wii U. But of course, the PlayStation 3 version is just the same.
See, but you mentioned one of the things I really want to see come back, and that's the original Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles.
Oh, yes.
Which had like this wonderful thing where you would bring a Game Boy to somebody's house and you would attach it to a GameCube, and then everybody would be in the same dungeon playing together, and everybody would have like a different ability, and they would have to coordinate with each other. So one of the people would have on their Game Boy screen a map of the dungeon they're in. And then another person would have, a map of the treasures, but they wouldn't see the corridors. So you would have to coordinate with another person to figure out how to get to the treasures.
And then there's the other part where you couldn't use high-level magic on your own, but you had to combine the magic with your teammates.
And that was actually super difficult, right? Because
there
was like a ring spinning, and you would have to release the buttons like in the right order, in the right rhythm as well.
Right. And then I think the Ukes might have had like faster casting time.
Yeah.
So they had to stagger them.
Exactly. Oh man, that was such a great game, and I actually managed to play it a couple of sessions with my friends. Mm-hmm. But we never got far enough to play through the entire game, and I'm still like so disappointed about this.
That is a shame. I played through it entirely solo, and then I played a couple of missions with one of my friends. It was pretty fun.
Oh man!
So the only problem is when you play with only one person has to be the bucket guy.
Yeah.
That's not all that fun.
Yeah, generally, the bucket guy is always kind of like the.
But then, if you're the bucket guy, you're like, let's go this way.
But it was a very cool game design feature to keep everybody on a screen.
Oh, yeah.
Because otherwise, in co-op games, when everybody's playing on the same screen, you always tend to run off in different directions, and then the game has to decide on what person to center on, or create like split screen stuff and stuff like that. And they solved it with a game design feature, which is this bucket where everybody has to be close to the bucket, or else they get kind of poisoned.
That's so smart, Christian. You should write an article on that.
Maybe I should.
Creative approaches to encourage cooperative play.
Yeah. But it's a very old game. I haven't played it for a while. I should maybe just get it out and maybe play a single player through it.
I bought a copy of it for like $2 or $3. Is it fun single player?
Oh yeah, it's pretty fun.
It's doable because then a Moogle takes over the bucket, right?
Yeah, he follows you around and he's cool.
And he's
sometimes
good?
Yeah, he'll sometimes cast magic too.
Oh, that's good. I remember that there were some stretches in it that were kind of lengthy, which is like kind of all the male answering and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It sometimes took kind of quite a lot of time.
I don't know. I thought it was kind of nice because it's like the idea is you're an adventure and you're trying to preserve your town.
Yeah. For single player, I think it's great, but if you're like in a team of 3 people standing and everybody's leading their mail and having answering, and it's like, get on with a program.
Just send them fish, come on.
Exactly. Like, you have to decide what to send back to the family. And like, thank you, son. Here is this thing.
Oh, fish. It was fresh caught 3 days ago.
I bought you a delicious bass.
Because, like, in the beginning, you get to choose what kind of family you have. You can be like a farmer or a blacksmith or a fisherman.
That's so great, isn't it?
Yeah, and then you actually get benefits for depending on what they are.
I feel that's really cool. Like you have a backstory, and at the same time, it has like gameplay significance, right?
Yeah.
So, I thought, why can't you be just hunter in Monster Hunter? Why can't you just have like a job? And Monster Hunting is like your very extremely
feline herder.
Yeah, exactly. And then you can get like extra milk when you milk the felines or something. I don't know.
Have you milked a feline before?
You don't know how to do it. You just press triangle and then you up down, and then
you get a little teaspoon of milk or shot glass,
and then you can make cat cheese.
Feline cheese.
And then you can use it to bait out mice, and then you catch the mice, and then you feed it to the felines.
That's so weird if mice ate cat cheese.
We should try this, guys.
Okay, does anybody have a cat?
I know of a cat, but I think all the cats I know are male.
I know who has a cat.
Nick does.
Who?
Nick does.
All right, so Nick has to milk his cat, make some cheese out of it, and see if mice are attracted to it.
Guys, we need to get down on top of this right away, so we have to close this episode right now.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, guys, thank you for sending on the questions. The ways in which you can communicate with us are displayed now on the screen, right?
Bing.
Yes. Ding! So you can get in touch with us on all those different ways. And the next episode is going to be next week. We are getting back into the schedule, and we are very proud of ourselves. I'm very proud of you guys.
I'm proud of you. Mm-hmm. You're like the wealthy German aristocrat that spends his days like finding fast cars, faster women, and cats to milk.
That's the way to live life.
Living the dream, man. Living the dream.
When I'm at my deathbed, I want to look back at a life full of milking cats, driving fast cars.
milking cats while driving in your car. The police pull you over, you throw a fistful of money and cat cheese in his face and speed off. Say, keep the cheddar, copper.
I feel that's the perfect image to leave our listeners for the next episode, which will be next week, of course. And until then, we wish you good luck, good hunt, and remember, keep your skyscraper sharpened all the time. Wunderbar! Yeah! Sky piercer.
I mean, for some, it's a skyscraper.
Yeah.
I mean, there's skyscrapers and there's sky piercers. Although you don't put one on the other.
Does it?
Unless you're like sword fighting.
I don't know. It's on the Empire State Building. I think there's a sky piercer on top.
Yeah, there is.
Does it hurt if you scrape the sky?
You have to ask a sky.
Yeah, he's not hurting me.
Well, the sky is not complaining, okay?
Yeah, the sky seems like it likes it. It enjoys the company.
I remember there was a joke in a Polish comic once when they're flying through the air in a spaceship, and then they're like, "Where are we?" We have no idea. And they're like, "Oh, we must be over New York." Why? Because the sky is scratched. Your character just fell over. Okay.